Can you tell where my pixie ends and where the extension begins? I'll give you a minute. This is not my usual content, but it is lifestyle, so I decided to show you how I add extensions to my pixie without having to pay like $110. So every now and again, I like to add some extension to the front of my pixie just to make the bang a little bit more full and just to make it a little more, different, spice it up a bit. I just use pieces of hair from my bundle. You do not have to do that. You can get human hair at a regular hair supply store. You'll need glue, you'll need a flat iron, and you'll also need to add whatever color that's in your hair. If you rinsed or color treated your hair, add it to the extension so it looks more seamless. Alright, so some people do not like to add the glue to their hair. It doesn't bother me. I apply them to my scalp and it never tore my hair out before. And as you can see, I'm just parting my hair like in a slant, I don't know what you call that, a slant direction, and applying the hair just so I have it put in at an angle. And then I put enough glue, not too much, ensure that the glue is on the entire track, and then I just use my blow dryer to make sure that it is set properly. Now, the number of tracks that you will need will depend on how thick you want it. Now, I have naturally thick hair, and so I will probably use an additional 2 than you might need if your hair isn't as thick. And as you can see here, I part the hair, flat iron my hair, apply the track, flat iron again, just to make sure that my hair under the track is smooth and that they blend. As you can see, that when I cover it, you cannot really tell like where my hair is. Now, I had gotten a relaxer not long before I did this, but if I didn't, I'd probably also use like a wax stick to help to blend the hair together. Another hack that I do when I'm doing this is when I mold my hair, I add the heat protectant to the hair at that time before I go under the hooded dryer. So that way I do not need to be spraying my hair before I do or during this process. Now, I know you might be looking at this and thinking that it is way more complicated than it is, but I promise you it is not. It is literally really simple, and the entire process from beginning to end, when I started applying tracks, I believe lasted probably 30-40 minutes tops. I could have gone faster, but of course I was filming, so that kind of slowed me up. I promise you that all you need to do is take your time, have a mirror that you can use to get the back or the sides, depending on where you're adding the track, and you'll be able to do this just fine. You do not have to cut the hair. I just use this razor comb thingy majiggy because I like to have a messy look. You can skip this part or you can try it and just go really slow. I would advise, however, that if you're going to use it, that you will separate your hair from the extension before you do that. I did end up cutting some of my hair, but I was aware that could happen. I just did not care because I'm due for a haircut anyway. Okay, so lastly, I just went in with my, what's it called? My pencil flat iron. That's what it is. And I just did, I don't know if you call these, whatever these are, some twists, some curls, some rolls, whatever. Again, only because I like to have that messy look. I ended up styling it differently the following morning, but yeah, this is what it looks like. Could you tell, if you did not see me do this, that this was hair extension added to my pixie? So there you go. Go ahead and try it. Let me know how you feel about it.
Teach her how to hold a pretty hand up to the sky.